Here is my drama analysis of Q&A by Vikas Swarup, done completely by me, Suraj Prachandani. This story was also turned into a popular Hollywood film called Slumdog Millionaire, starring Dev Patel. The story Q&A is about a young, uneducated, penniless waiter named Ram Muhammad Thomas, who went on a quiz show and won 1 billion rupees, basically about $15 million. He then spends the rest of the story explaining how he knew the answers to each of the questions by portraying memories that brought him to those answers. Because after all, how does an uneducated waiter win a quiz show? The story's main purpose is to entertain readers. The author targeted this novel to the general population of the world. Besides entertaining the readers, the author was trying to convey one very important message. The underdog can also win in the end, and despite its many flaws, this world is a world of opportunity. The author accomplishes this through many rhetoric devices and key stylistic elements. The author used many rhetoric devices such as personification or metaphors, but the key rhetoric devices that he used were imagery and foreshadowing. Swarup used imagery to detail every single piece for the readers. For example, a long, thick gold chain dangles down from his neck to his second button. Swarup didn't intend to write this book for the primary purpose of the entertainment, unlike other novels such as Slaughterhouse-Five, which was written for the primary purpose of showing the pointlessness of war. The author also used foreshadowing and flashbacks as a vital part of the novel. This is because the main character, Ram, recites a memory of his that allowed him to know the answer to a particular question on the show. For example, he flashed back to the time he shot a raider, which led him to know the answer to the question of who invented the revolver. Ram first tells the story before telling you what the answer is. So he tells you a story before telling you what question that story gives him the answer to. Thus, the memory is a foreshadow to the question. On the other hand, the author possesses a unique style when writing this novel. For instance, while the point of view is first person, there isn't just a narrator narrating the novel. The narrator is narrating the novel to some other person. We call this a narratee. In other words, Ram is telling a story to his lawyer Smita Shah of how he knew the answers to each question. So it's like writing a letter about your life to someone else. The person's existence influences the aspects of your life you talk about. This was present in the entire novel, aside from the prologue and the epilogue. In the matter of point of view, the protagonist Ram has the ability to express the thoughts and emotions of the people he's met in his journey of life through him. For instance, in the chapter License to Kill, he tells the story of Ahmed Khan through his friend, Salim. It goes something like this. So the story is narrated by Salim in his own words. The author actually wrote that in the novel, so it shifted from the protagonist Ram to Salim telling a story for a small portion of the novel. This novel had important underlying themes. The first one was the underdog can win as well, and the second one was poverty versus power. The second theme shows the linkage of the ideas of the novel and the impact on both historical and cultural / contemporary culture. Since Ram was raised on the streets in the largest slum on the planet, he talks about how there's still a sort of caste system present in today like there was back in the past, especially in India. The people in the slums today are like the pariahs in the past, each assumed to have done something illegal, waiting for the police to come and take them away. The protagonist himself was arrested, assuming that he cheated on the quiz show because people in power couldn't fathom the possibility of him knowing the answer to each of the questions.
Obama